going down. I got Silas's car here again. Silas is at his boarding school right now, so I asked him if I could have the car down here and test it out a little bit. The people he bought it from is on holiday right now, but they're coming home this week. And the guy, the father for the kid who sold Silas the car, said that he contacted the place where the car is supposedly to be bought. And they said, well, we have to take it up and be checked in case there's something still wrong with it. And that's why I thought, well, let me just try it out again, because I changed the engines on it, or the motors on it, because I had some spare ones. But still, I shouldn't have to use my spare motors just completely free of charge. I mean, they sold their car for Silas, which was supposed to be alright, but it isn't, so I had to fix it. So now I'm going to go out and try a couple of batteries on it and try and see how it runs, and see if the motor gets warm or the ESC starts to get warm and fry up. And if that's the case, well, they have to take it into that shop where they said it's bored, and they have to pay for it getting fixed. Because it's not fair that Silas have to pay for something which is not working. Working. What's that weird word? Right, so we can conclude there's still something wrong. I put brand new fresh batteries in, recharged. Stock batteries, to make sure I didn't ruin anything. You can see that. It's got like the Traxxas power cell. They're really, really hot right now. Which they shouldn't get that hot just for the quick run I did. And the car didn't go very, very fast. This engine is completely cold, and this one here, or the motor, this one here is really, really hot. I can hardly hold on it. So there's something wrong. They need to change it. I'm sure if I go and try my Max, it goes a lot quicker. I need to go and test it anyway, because I haven't tested it while I fixed it. So I want to see how it works. But I got my little package here. Yeah. It's awesome, because that's the little fisheye, so I'll try that out now. See you shortly. Let's unbox this little thing here. It's very, very well taped, so I'm just going to cut it with a scissor. In the top. I'm not going to keep the envelope anyway. Oh, yay. So it comes in a little safety pouch, whatever you call it, like this. Let's open it and see what it's like. Yay! I asked for the red one and they gave me the red one, which is cool. So you got like a lens there and a lens there, which is cool. Oh, a little bit dusty. Let me just hope it's dust and not scratches. That's dust. Great. And they should be detachable, which they are. So they unscrew. Really great. So using this one here, I have to take off my cover, which is okay, and it should just pop straight on like that. Oh, I got sticky fingers. There we go. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not the best fisheye. It works, but it's a bit flimsy. This thing's just, it won't sit on. If I lean the phone, look, it falls off. So that's not the very best. I don't know if they expect you to be able to hold it like this, but it works. How about the other lens on the other side? That's supposed to be a different fisheye, I think. So my conclusion is that I'm not too happy on this clip here. The thing is that if you look inside, there is nothing to protect the actual phone from getting scratched when you mount this, like a small panel of cloth or something like that. So that's downside. Another downside is you can't unscrew this lens. You can only unscrew that, and inside that it will actually stay the macro lens. So you can't just attach them if you want to detach them. Plus side, it comes with this little bag, and it was fairly cheap. It does do fisheye, but I don't believe it's the 180%. I don't know what it says here. It says 180% if I try to focus. Yeah, you can see it says fisheye 180%, but I can tell that my old lens down there, that's definitely a lot more, and that's also 180%, even though it's been worn off quite a bit, but you can probably see it there. It's a fisheye lens, but I don't like the fact it doesn't stay on. It doesn't sit on very nicely. As soon as you tilt the phone, it just falls off. There should have been some sort of like a padding or something in there to sit and help give it a little bit of grip. Why they haven't made that, I don't know. But yeah, maybe there's an option of installing something. I don't know. It's not as fisheye as I thought it would be, but it does do what it's supposed to. It gives the fisheye effect, but when you get closer, look, we got Sebastian here, and he's in love because there's a new girl in his class, and he's like, oh, she's so sweet, she got a tight booty and big boobs, I love her so much. So ever since she came on camera, every time she types in, he's just smiling like a little school guy, like, ooh, I got a girlfriend. He's all red. Look how red his face goes. He's all shy. Conclusion is that I'm not very happy with it, and I'm probably gonna sell it for about the same what I gave for it. So I just save my money back. That's how it goes when you buy cheap stuff. Sometimes I'm probably if I get this sold, I'll probably go in and buy something like this and keep that instead. The problem is I need to cut something out of my case because this here won't fit inside the actual case. So I need to have a little bit cut off, but I'll sort that out. Sally! Yay! Hello, sweetie. What are you looking at? Hello? Look at me here. She uses the mirrors a lot, guys. Look. Hello? Can you look at me normally? No, you're using the mirrors. I've just been looking at some RC stuff, and there's two things I want to say. If you are into RC, I'm sorry about there hasn't been much fingerboarding lately, guys. I'm trying to pick up on it again because I know that's what you guys like to watch. But that's also what a future new project is going to be about. Some more fingerboarding stuff included, but you will see about that. I'll tell you when it's time for that. But one thing about the RC stuff, I want to get, as I mentioned, there's two other cars I'd like to get for my complete collection, and that is the Slash Ultimate. And some user actually said, oh, I'll buy it for you, even though I thought it was meant as a joke. But definitely, if you meant to buy it for me, be my guest. I'll gladly give you my address and all that. Because it's such an awesome car. I love the Slash. It really is a great truck. But besides that, I want to try and get the Slash Ultimate, but that won't be now. It's very, very expensive. But there's another car I'd really like to get. That's the Traxxas Summit. And actually I didn't really want it to start with, but then I saw what it was capable of, and jumping is perfect with it because it got such good springs, even though it's a crawler. But I just thought it was such a cool truck. So I wanted to get that, but I just can't afford it straight away out of my pocket now because I'm completely broke, really. So I gotta sell something, and people just say, well, why don't you just sell some of your RCs? And that's a hard thing for me to do, guys. I have, like, to me, having the RCs as I got here now is like having money in the bank. I mean, when I look here, it's like, oh, I got the Revo brushless, oh, I love you. I got the E-Maxx, oh, I love you. And that one I actually got quite cheap. When I got the Slash, you notice I actually raised my Slash. It's much higher now. I hardened the shocks and all that. So I know it's going to be tumbling a lot more, but also I can take some higher jumps, which is cool. And only that, I actually have another E-Maxx up there, almost brand new as well. And that's also going to be brushed, no brushless. And in here, there's another Revo, and that's also brushed. So it's like a stock Revo, exactly the same as what Sealers got done. That Sealers is on the floor. And everybody's like, why don't you just sell some of those and buy the cars you want? Mainly because I hate parting with stuff, and it's like, I know it sounds greedy, but why have one when you can have two? I mean, and I traded myself to these for stuff I had, which I didn't really need anymore. And I feel like it's like, I want to keep it. It's like my collection. And that's why I need to find other stuff I want to get rid of. And someone said, why don't you just sell the Stampede? Because you had that basically free. And it's a good truck. That's the whole thing about it, guys. The Stampede is a good truck. And I love it to bits. It's like a medium-sized truck to bring out when I don't want to take the Maxx. Because the Maxx is like using 2 batteries. It really is a battery drainer. So there's that. I haven't been driving that much really yet, guys. That's the Revo brushless, and I haven't tested that with LiPo yet. I know it's naughty. I had it for about a week or something like that. I still haven't tried it out with the brushless. But yeah, I'm gonna be buying a brushless kit for that from Hobby King. So that's gonna be quite quick. But this is just perfect. The Stampede is like a good size. It's actually built on a similar chassis as the Slash. But it takes a hell of a good beating, guys. It really is a strong little car. And it goes a very, very long time on a 2-cell battery, which is really, really great. And it jumps really well because it has a lot of springing action, and it's got the built-in wheelie bar. This is like a perfect truck to bring around just for you for a good run and stuff like that. And I have some quite large LiPo batteries. Actually getting 2 new LiPos, which is meant for the Revo, and they're on bright light. They're on 7,600 milliamps, which is a hell of a lot, and it's gonna hopefully give me some good running time on my Revo. But it should also work for the brushless because they're only 2 cells. I haven't bought 3 cells. I don't want to run 6 cells on my Revo because that will just spoil the car. It can take it, but I'm gonna break it too quick with that. It's too strong. So I'm gonna stay with 4 cells. 4 cells will get me approximately about 90 kilometers an hour, which I don't know how much that is. It's about 55 miles. I don't know. I'm not too good at mileage. We use kilometers in Denmark. I'm trying to figure out what I can sell of my stuff to try and get the Summit, because the Summit is it's like an E-Maxx, but it's much higher and much wider, and it's like a crawler. But I love the way it jumps. It's just because they've got those big shocks, it just slows down and all that. And you can lock the differential on it, and it doesn't come as a brushless. It's a brushed car actually, but you can convert it. But if you convert it, I don't think that the actual gearing where you lock it will be very good because it'll just be too strong. But we'll see. I'll have to figure out what I want to sell. I think definitely I want to keep all my big cars. I don't want to get rid of those. Not even that. If I want to sell something, it's not going to be something very large. It's going to be some smaller stuff. Maybe a little plane I could get a couple of hundreds from. I never fly it really, guys, because the motor is not strong enough, and I could add another motor for it. But it's just, nah, I'm not using it. Anyways, guys, that's going to be for today. I want to take Sally out for a toilet visit, and I'll probably have a shower and go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I go skating, and hopefully I'll find that kid who stole Christian's fingerboard, because he wasn't there yesterday, but we'll see. I'm not giving up. I think it's completely disgusting that someone would steal a fingerboard from someone. It's just, I mean, come on. Leave other people's stuff alone. I just can't respect when people steal stuff. I would actually dare to say that I hope that he would have something which is important to him one day stolen, so you can have the feeling of what actually it feels like. So hopefully he'll probably have learned the lesson and stop it himself. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, Sally. Hello. Oh, you are a sweetheart, you are. You are a sweetheart.